So let's continue the today's class. As we are in the discussion of the edit queries, so we just understand what is edit queries, and there are certain table level properties that we have completed. For example, if we go to edit queries, these are the table level properties. Right click on the table, whatever we see here, this is what called as the table level properties. And the next one is, where is the notepad? The column level properties, we are still in discussion, and even I think we completed, but one property we left out, that is called as a pivoting and unpivoting option. So if you want to understand the unpivoting columns, you should know what is a pivot option, correct? That's what we stopped it. One Once that is done, then we will move to the next topic. One second. So I think I should have some sample data in the Excel file. Let me showcase. Yeah. See, usually assume that I have some yearly amount column, okay, and because of this 2001 product number P1 or P2, we have certain amounts here. So assume that P1 is nothing but you're buying some mobile, some so whatever it may be, doesn't matter. And the same 2002 also we have like four products available. Sorry, three products. P1 repeating twice, maybe customer is different, and P2 will be one, and P3 will be this one. So my requirement is we need to convert this into like either pivoting or unpivoting option. So if you see this output, right, if you see the this output, we are converting the same tabular report into matrix format. I'm repeating. To be exact answer would be, if anybody asks you what is a pivoting, converting the row values into column. For example, if you take year column, we have a distinct values 2001, 2002, 2003, correct or not? This row values or data is becoming a column here. In 2011, sorry, 2001, because of P1 product, what is the amount we got it? 500. Same way, in year of 2002, because of P1, we need to sum these two, correct or not? Repeating, in the year of 2002, because of P1, we are showing as a 250. So that is what, this is the actual table. This table I'm trying to convert into tabular format, or converting the rows into columns. That is called as a pivoting. That is called as a pivoting. If you're doing a reverse, that is called as a unpivoting. First, we will try to understand what is pivoting concept, converting the rows into columns. So for that, I need a sample table. Okay. So tell me how to create the new table within the Power BI desktop. Can we create or not? How to create the new table within the Power BI desktop? Is there an option or no? We have entered data, right? Why you guys are taking so much time? So we have enter data here. Once you click on the enter data, or even edit queries also, we have enter data. Both will take you to the, it will ask you to create a table. For example, I'm just creating some prod product information, product details. And what is the column name? I'm just trying to replicate the same, this one. Column name is year, and the product, even you can copy paste also. Yes, paste it. then sales amount. So else what I can do, even you can copy complete data like this, Control C, even you can paste it. Even you can paste it, it will work. It will. So I have like a 90 cards available. I given the table name also. Click on the OK button. Now you will get as a one more table here. See this one, product details. Even if you close and apply also, you will get the same table. You will get the same table here, product details. See now. Now if you want to create a one more table like unpivot table, then what you need to do? We need to go to edit queries. Now there is an option called pivoting concept. Where is the pivot? One second. There is somewhere where it will come pivoting option. Table level will not come. Yes. So once you select the table, you will get as a transform. There is an option called pivot columns. Okay, pivot columns. So and also unpivot columns are there. The both are same. I mean both are same in the sense like whatever showing here unpivot columns, this one and this one will be same here. The first we will try to understand what is pivoting. Pivoting is nothing but converting the rows into columns. First make a duplicate copy. Right click, duplicate, and duplicate copy. I'm just going to convert this into like a pivot table. So now because I don't want to disturb the existing table, I made a duplicate copy. Now click on the pivot columns. Okay, so now as you can see here, by default use the names in a column year to create a new column. Because why it is going, I selected here year column. I'm repeating once again. If you go to Excel file, tell me one thing. In I have three columns here, correct or not? Out of three columns, which column values is converting as a column here? Year column, right? So what are the values available in the year column? That values are converting into columns name here. The same thing here also. For example, if I say this column, this product values, if you want to convert it into column, then select this column, click on the pivot columns. Now see the name here, you can clearly display it. Use the names in the column product dot product to create a new column. So I don't want, that is not my requirement. My requirement is very simple. I want to convert the year column only. So then what you need to do? You need to go to the edit queries, select the year column and pivot a column. That is clear. Now under 2001, 2002, 2003, some value you are trying to display here, correct or not? So what is the value here? What is the column of these values? For example, 500. Where does 500 is coming from? Which column it is coming from? Sales amounts, right? That's it. Your job is done. Values column. Values column is nothing but sales amount. Okay, just okay. That's it. See how simple we are creating the pivot table without writing much code. We are writing the pivoting and unpivoting. So this is called as a converting the columns. Converting the columns into rows. I'm extremely sorry. Converting the row data into column values would be called as the pivoting option. Okay, now I'm saving this one. Now let's say, so it's a reverse, yes or no? From here, if you go back, for example, I have this table now. What I want to do, I want to derive with the like unpivoting. Then that is called as we need to use the unpivot table. Now select this pivot table. See, name I given randomly, you can give proper naming convention. Now what I'm going to do, select the column, right click. Now you will get this option called unpivot columns, unpivot other columns, unpivot only selected column. Tell me one thing, in this table, what are the columns is going to unpivot? Tell me at least how many columns right now is available in this table. Number 1 product, number 2 2001, number 3 column 2002, 2003. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4 columns available. Yes. So out of 4 column, what are the columns it is going to convert as a rows? Obviously 2001, 2002, 2003 will become a rows. Will you agree or not? So if that is the case, now I'm selecting the product column now. Right click on this one. Tell me which option you will select out of 3 now. Unpivot? Other columns only, because we are going to, apart from this product, other columns 1, 2, 3. This 2001, 2002, 2003. These 3 columns are going to convert as a unpivot. Correct or not? So that case, right click, unpivot other columns. See? Done. Your job is done. For example, I'm just going back one second. Now if I say 2001 and I'm pressing control, 2002, 2003, I'm selecting 3 columns now. Now if I right click on this, which option you select? Unpivot columns or unpivot only selected columns or other columns? Only selected columns one. See, our intention is very simple here. We are going to convert the ES into rows. That's it. So that case, so based on the selection criteria, this option will change, but ultimately both 3 will work the same work only. For example, other columns, still we are getting the desired output. We are getting the desired output. This you can rename it, the column name here. By default will not come. Now what about selected columns? Unpivot columns. When you say unpivot columns, I selected wrong column. Okay. So this also, right click, unpivot columns. Both are same. So they given couple of options, which is not that much, really needed actually. So but they given. So any questions still now? So that is what about the, like, we completed everything here. Okay. Column level properties also is done. The next one is, we have one more level, that is called as, if you go to any other tables, we understand this one, normal selection and right click selection, and there is a option called here. If you keep the cursor in the corner, you could be able to see the some information as well. For example, copy entire table, use first row as a header, add a columns, and we will discuss smaller properties first, then we will move to the like important properties. Okay, the first one is copy entire table. Okay, the whole table got copied. Now go and paste it. You will get the total table data. Total table data you will get it. That is what about the copy entire table. Whenever you want to export the data from Power BI desktop queries to table, then you can try this option. The next one is use first row as a header. So here Power BI desktop, this feature is not that much helpful, but when you loading the data from any of the notepad or CSV file into table, sequence or table, usually what will happen, tell me here, in this first table how many rows available? 9 rows or 10 rows? See, we know, actually if you see, we have 10 rows, but out of 10 rows only 9 is the actual data rows. We know that it is a data and it is a column, but how system will comes to know? So this is a situation, we need to force it that what are the data available in the Excel file, consider first row as a column. That is what about the use first row as a column. But here already we are considering the first row as a column by default. Okay, you don't need to worry. Here it is not that much effective here, but in SSIS, while loading data from this any of the Excel file to table, that is very helpful. So that is what about the second property. The third one is add a custom column. Okay, and add a column from example, invoke a custom function, conditional column, add an index column. So ignore the custom function, and here also we have option called create a function. I will explain later. Wherever the function is there, we need to create one function. Once function got created, then only we can go for the invoke. Invoke is nothing but use that function. That's it. So rest I will try to cover. The next smaller property is choose the columns. Whenever I don't want all the columns, you can select like this. You can select like this. For example, I'm selecting only email address. You'll get only one column here. Like disabling the columns or enabling the column, whatever you want. Like this, you can go ahead. And keep top rows, keep bottom rows, keep range of rows. For example, I would like to select the only top 10 records. So then what you can do, you can say like 5 records, click on OK button. Now close and apply. If you go to the geography table, you should have only 5 records here. So that is what about the. Now same way there is a one more concept here. Instead of the keep, there is a remove option also available. Now remove is nothing but, for example, top, it will completely delete. For example, now how many records available? 655 rows, right? 655. For example, I'm just remove top 600 record. Okay, click on the OK button. Now you will see only 55 records are available. 55 records are available. Now if you close and apply, see now here also we have only 55 records, only very limited, only. So you understand, right? What is the difference between the delete and then keep? Keep is nothing but we are just for the display purpose. Delete is nothing but permanently it will be deleted. The next one is keep bottom rows, means from the bottom I want 5 records. Keep range of rows means, for example, I want to start from this sixth one, Lavender Bay, okay, and ends with the city called Newcastle. So only 6 to 10. Then you can provide the ranges here. Keep the range starting from 6th row and I want 10th row. See this one, Lavender Bay to, I'm sorry, next to 10 records. Starting from the 6th row and go to the next 10 records, it is coming like this. If you want to till Newcastle, then you have to make it as a 5 only. That is what about the keep rows. Sorry, range of rows. So we understand top rows, bottom rows, range of rows, keep duplicates. What is the meaning of keep duplicates? If any of the table having duplicates, it will display only duplicate records. So this is a bigger table, you may not be able to understand. Understand this one. Is any of the complete row is duplicating? For example, this one. This is also different because here we have 50 and 200. Now check this one. The table is empty because we don't have any duplicate records. So what I can do, let me insert one duplicate record. The same combination has to be there here. Same combination has to be there. Now say 2003 P3 300, 2003 P3 and 300. Now we have one duplicate value. So keep duplicate records. Now see this one. This is the entry 2003 P3 2003 P3. So this is what called as a keep the duplicate. I want to see the duplicate records. So now keep errors. I shown you yesterday what is error message. If you have any error message, if you want to see the only those record wherever errors is there, then you can keep error records. Now same way, remove top rows, remove bottom rows, remove alternative rows means like for example first record, third record, fifth record, seventh record. That is what called as alternative records. Alternative record from row to remove. For example, first row removed, number of rows to remove. For example, I'm making as a specify the pattern of rows to remove or keep. First row to remove. Okay, I'm starting from the first row only. I would like to remove it. Number of rows to remove. For example, I'm making as a like 3 rows. Number of rows is, let me keep it at this. I mean, here is difficult to difficult to understand. I'm telling the start from the first record. First is nothing but 2001 P1 500. That's supposed to be removed. A number of rows to keep means, for example, I'm only one. I'm telling number of rows to remove and remove the, for example, 9 records. Now see this one. So whatever keeping under number of rows to keep, that will be. I don't know why this feature has come up recently. So usually what will happen, alternative rows is nothing but first row, third row, fifth row, something like this. Those kind of removal. Anyhow, this is the least bother property. We never use this property. Just for concept wise, I'm just explaining. Okay. The next one is we have most important topic, the merge queries, append queries, and we need to discuss about the all the this add a columns. Add a columns here. So today we'll try to understand understand this all the column level properties, and tomorrow we'll try to understand the merge queries. So to be simple, I'm choosing a columns. I don't want all the column. For example, first name, middle name, last name wise, we have the email address. Now assume that I want to add a one more extra column. One second. So next next one is like adding a new column. There are a couple of ways to add the extra column. For example, add a custom column. Okay. Now when you say add a custom column, it is asking what is the column name you are going to add and what is the expression, the column custom column formula here. So that means it is clearly indicating here, for example, first name, middle name, last name, and email address. I'm just hard coding here. Let's say 1000. Okay, and some amount value. Okay, I'm not doing anything. Just click on the OK button. See now we got a one extra column, which is the hard code value. Same way, I'm adding one more custom column. Okay, let's say I'm performing like addition. Addition is nothing but like 1000 minus, sorry, plus and 100. For for all the row level, what is happening here is adding one extra column, and then whatever the expression we are doing inside, it is performing. So if you want to add a like proper value, let's say I have first name. Double click on the first name. Okay, plus middle name plus last name. So I'm just calling this as a full name and click on the OK button. We are keeping the error message. Let me see the expression. How can I go to expression window? Just click on this settings like star symbol. I think it should be and symbol. Okay, SQL Server plus will accept, but in coming to Power BI should be and symbol. Now see this one. Now see this one. Anyone tell me what is happening here? Why is null is coming? Because first name is there, but middle name is null. If any one value is null, then the whole expression will be null. The whole expression will be null. So take this as a homework and let me know tomorrow. In SQL Server, we have a isNull function, correct? SQL, we have a isNull function, or any other tools also we have a relevant function. So here also check how can we override this problem, overcome this problem. See, whenever the one customer doesn't have the null middle name, supposed to be Ruben Torres, right? So, but is making a whole expression will be null because this is a known issue. Let's see how many of you come up with the solution. That is what about the add a custom column. Any questions on this one? Okay, fine. So the next one is so the next one is column from the example. Before that, let me show you this one. Smaller property. I'm just going to add one more extra column. Let me remove these columns. Right click. I don't want this one. Okay. So I'm adding a one extra column from 0. And listen carefully. I'm adding one more extra column from 1. And adding one more extra column from custom. Custom, I'm just giving starting value as a like 1030 and 1001, something like this. Increment by 1. Now tell me, by seeing the value, what do you guys understand? I said start from the 0. Doesn't matter how many records we have it. Simply starting value 0, next followed by 0 plus 1, 1. 1 plus 1, 2, 3, 4, something like this. These two are straightforward. Starting from the 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 is the incremental value. But if you want to customize, the starting value would be, if you want to customize, so then we can do. Starting value will be 1030 and 1001, 1002, 1003. So like this, it will keep on add the values. So that is what about the adding the incremental columns. Adding the incremental column is nothing but index columns. Start from 0, start from 1, or if you want to start from your own custom values. For example, employee IDs. Yes or no? Some companies, not some company, most of the companies, employee ID will not be single digit. They have like minimum 7 characters or 8 characters. They might be randomly pick one number starting. Whoever joining second guy, third guy, fourth guy, the last number will be keep on incrementing. Correct? So that is what about the add a index columns. Now the conditional column. What is the meaning of conditional column? So okay. So I don't want email ID. So instead of email ID, where is the columns went? Yes, sir. For your understanding, it is similar to the case statement. Similar to the case statement in SQL Server. If you're interested with the SQL, you can relate. Now, for example, choose a column. I want everything. For example, customer wise, and there is a matter status, or gender, email address. That is also not required. Yearly income. Okay. So now based on the yearly income, I would like to derive one more extra column. Or based on the gender column, I'm just going to derive one more extra columns by applying some condition here. See, actually, if you see earlier first name plus middle name plus last name, there we are not applying any condition. We are just using the columns only, correct? But here, what are the values? Let's say add a conditional column, just like a case statement or if condition. So column name is like gender underscore new. If gender equals to these many operators will support m, then what do you want? I want to print as a male. I want to print as a male. Else what? I'm just putting as a NA, not applicable. See now, wherever M is there, I'm sorry, male will come. Wherever F is there, NA will come, because you are not handling the F part, female part, correct or not? You are giving the only one condition that, as you can see clearly. So if male is there, then make it as a male. You need to add a one more, right? Or else at least what you have to do, how to relate this one? At least what you need to do here, you need to give as a else part, we need to give as a female. For wherever M is there, make it as a male. Rest all the people make it as a female. At least this will handle your case. Or else you want to make a one more case. For example, gender equal to F, then female. Rest all we can make it as a not applicable. Click on the OK part. Like this also you can add a n number of. So if you see here, what is the condition here? Gender equal to M is a condition. Gender equal to M is the if condition, or gender equal to F is a condition here. That is what about the conditional column. I will give one more example. Now look at this column. Okay, order by ascending order. We have starting from 10,000. And if you say descending order, we have up to 17,000. So 10,000 values should we have 17,000. 10,000. So now I'm just going to add one extra column, conditional column. Okay. What is the column name? For example, income range. Income. If yearly income less than or equal to, or less than, I could say 10,000. Nobody is there, correct or not? We will make it as 11,000. 11,000. Then it is like low salary. Low salary. The one more condition, the yearly income. What else we can do? Greater than or equal to 11,000. 11,000. Then it is a good salary. See, as of now it will support only these many cases only. Okay. So else part, I think double quotes is may not require. Let's check. Good salary. Else like not applicable. Let's see. Wherever, what is the condition now? If my salary, income salary less than 1100, 11,000, then low salary. Is it less than 10,000? Is it less than 11,000 or not? So now 1 second, make it as a descending order, you will get it. See now 70,000 is a greater than 10,000, sorry, greater than 11,000, we are getting as a good salary. If you want to see the distinct values, is showing as only good salary. I think load more also. Yeah, good salary and low salary only available. So that is what about the adding the conditional column. There is a one option is pending by adding the columns, that is custom column is done. column from the example is pending here. Column from the example, this is a little bit interesting column. For example, I'm taking one date field, you will understand. Okay, choose a column. I don't want all. I'm taking the date key and full date column, and okay, this 2 is enough, or English month name also. My interest should be I need a date column. Okay, so if you know the date column, listen carefully. If you know the date column, within the date column, can't we derive the only year? Like I need to add one extra column here, like like year column would be there here. 2000 only 5 only, the value should be 2005, something like this, because this is 2005, right? Something I want to derive a year from this particular one. So then actually what you need to do, you need to add a new column here. You need to add a new column. For example, let me close and save. Let me close and save. Where is that column? So here usually what will happen, we have a column called new column here. So what you need to do, you need to add as a function year of, okay, and what is the date column you are trying to perform it, and click on enter button. Now see this one, we got the year column here, and save this one. If you go to edit queries, okay, if you click on dim date, okay, that is a derived column, right? That will not come into picture here. So now you understand, right? Whenever you want to derive a new any of the column, we need to know at least some basic functions, at least some basic function. Like this is called as a DAX expression, year or month or something. You don't like this format, you want to convert into different format. So for example, I'm adding one more column, column 2. There is an option called format function. Okay, format, what is the value, this date I'm just trying to format. There are many options available, many format options available. Like one of those is, now what do you understand here, it will check the date. For example, 2005 January 1st, it is coming as a Saturday. It is extracting the only Saturday, which day it is. If you want to know the which day it is, we need to give the 4 days. If you want, these are like formatting functions, we will discuss in the as part of DAX. We will discuss as part of DAX. It just no need to worry at the moment. What I'm trying to explain, without writing this function also, without remembering the syntax also, we can derive a column like this. Okay, that is what I'm going to explain you. Save this one, and I think by mistake I closed it. Select this table. Even this also is not required. Remove choose columns, month also. Only date column is enough for me. Or if you want to keep it, you can keep it. Yeah, if you want to keep it, you can keep how many columns you want. That is up to you guys. I'm taking one date key, date, the month name. So what is my requirement? I won't like to add a one extra column without writing any formula. So then that is the case, you need to go for the add a column from the example. When you say add a column from the example, what will happen? It is by default selecting all 3 columns. What are the column I'm just going to add? That column, okay, this column value should be based on this column value only. Assume that. So when you're going to calculate the year column, then what is the need of having taking the help from these 2 columns? Not required, right? So that is the case. Then what are the column I'm going to derive? That is the example of second column only. These 2 you can uncheck. Okay. So now listen carefully. Just double click on this. I'm not done anything here. Just keep the cursor once and double click. Now see how many values are populating here. How it is taking this many. If you see, these are all like is going for the date format, going for the date relevant functions only. For example, if you want to convert into this format 1 1, and if you want to convert the age is nothing but starting from this date till now. Till now, how many years? I think days it is. How many days? And a day from the this one. What is a day? First day, right? And sixth day of the week. Sixth. Saturday usually sixth day, correct or not? So now, for example, if I say Saturday, double click on this one just to keep the cursor outside. And this one, what you can do? Day name. Click on the OK button. See now? Am I writing any function here? Obviously no, right? I'm not writing any expression, but still I'm able to get the Saturday because the based on this column it is showcase example. Based on this column it is showcase example. I will give one more example. So it's very interesting. For example, city and state. Okay. So this time I'm going to add a example based on both the columns. Now add a column from example. Now this is I'm just giving as a description. Now something I'm typing. For example, one second, let me check in. Okay, the Alex, okay, the city usually, and you can use tab and click on the outside. I'm sorry. Okay, I'm taking Alexander. Okay, Alexandria is nothing but city name. Alexandria. Okay, I want some text here. The city, Alexandria available in New South Wales. New one value only we need to type it, and rest automatically will be taken care. Now click on the OK button, you will understand. See now what is happening here. The these we hardcode value, the city name by default reading from the dynamically. Wherever, for example, here the roads available in New South Wales. Will you agree or not? So like this, we no need to write any of the formula here. The based on the example, if you type automatically, it will be taken care. Automatically, it will be taken care. It is a very important property, but try to explore. Try to explore without writing much expressions. Okay. So with this, we covered here everything. As I told you, custom function we will see later. So we covered everything. Choose columns, and the most important property within this available is the merge queries and append queries, and invoke custom functions. Once that is done tomorrow, then we are going to see all the tabs. Tomorrow is not possible to complete. Probably we can finish it up day after tomorrow. Complete edit queries. So I'm stopping here. We can continue from tomorrow because the merge queries and append queries are very important. We will start tomorrow as a fresh. Okay, then see you tomorrow.